There have been multiple marketing plans suggesting Xbox One X is the name Xbox has chosen. And what I have up here for you to see right now is actually coming in matte concept renders of what the Scorpio potentially could look like. Xbox One X sounds much more realistic. They do claim to have reliable sources. If it is in fact Xbox One X, like I said, that's a very clever name. I was expecting 500. I still am expecting 500 because of the hardware inside this machine. It's incredible for a console to finally have these kind of specs. Hey, what's going on everyone? For those who did not understand that intro, I previously made a video about a week ago covering a potential leak for the Xbox One X, now it's called. And in the video, I basically read this article online that they claimed to know the name of the Xbox One X and the price and whatnot, and I talked about it in that video, and everyone in the comment section was like, oh, this is fake news, this is not real. You know, on my channel, when it comes to leaks and rumors, I only talk about stuff that I actually think might be true or is realistic in some way or form. I don't just, I just don't pick any rumor and just talk about it. I only talk about things that are interesting to me or that seem real to me. And it turns out that the name was correct in that rumor. I just kind of wanted to point that out in the intro. I thought it was funny that the leak I mentioned in the video, which got somehow 167,000 views. For a small channel like me, that is incredible. That is amazing. I'm so happy about that. And unfortunately, a lot of people did not like the video because they thought it was fake news. But I just wanted to point that out, that the name turned out to be true, you guys. So there you go. And a lot of my other predictions came true as well. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I just wanted to bring that up. So moving on to today's video, I'm going to be basically recapping all the highlights or things I found interesting in the Microsoft E3 press conference. I might not point out things that you found interesting or games that would catch your interest. I'm going to be talking about games that caught my interest and that I'm really excited for. And also I'm going to throw in some opinions as well on what was good and bad about the conference. So let's start with the console itself. As expected, Microsoft started the show with presenting Xbox Scorpio, which is now called Xbox One X. I think the introduction was really nice. I got really hyped that when the show first started and they were explaining the differences between resolutions and generations of graphics between the resolutions with years and whatnot. I thought that was genius. I've always thought about that whenever I thought about how they're gonna explain the differences between 1080p and 4K on a live stream, and that's exactly what I would have done to show the differences. What's the difference between 720p and 1080p and 1440p and 4K. I think that was a perfect way to demonstrate it. Not everyone probably understood it, but I think the majority of consumers, if they watch that, they can understand kind of the concept of what the difference is when it comes to resolution bumps. And the trailer itself for the console was nice. It was, simple, to the point. This basically, they're pointing out that this is a powerful console and it's true 4K now and it has incredible fidelity. So the trailer itself I thought was pretty impressive. But the one problem I have with the Xbox One X is the way they are marketing it. I really think they should have marketed it as a next generation Xbox at this point. We have never seen this kind of jump in graphical power ever. Even with the Xbox 360 to Xbox One, when they claimed that was a new generation, it really wasn't. The 360 was not that less powerful than the Xbox One. I mean, there's a huge difference there, but compared to the Xbox One and the Xbox One X, that is nothing. And now that they have a console that is pretty much 6 times more powerful than the original Xbox One, they're not claiming it as a next generation. I think they should have, because now this is basically marketed as a premium product of the Xbox One family, as if it's for people that can afford it and want the best looking games. That's how they're marketing it. I think that's really gonna hurt Xbox when it comes to selling this. I really think they should have marketed it as the next generation of Xbox, compatible with all previous Xbox One games and accessories, and as well as new games coming out for the new system will be on the old system as well. I think that's what they should have done. People are gonna walk in the store and they're gonna see basically a black Xbox One S. That's what the average consumer is gonna see when they walk in the store. They're not gonna, you know, really notice the X, and people are gonna get the S and X mixed up. Obviously the prices are gonna be there. One's 300, one's 500 or 250. I mean, they're gonna see that, but they're not gonna really know what X means and S. You know, they're gonna see one's black and small and one's white and bigger. I think they should have went with a new generation, named it something else than Xbox One, and market it as, you know, the next generation of Xbox. I think it would have sold more than it's going to if they went that route. But overall, I'm excited for it. I'm still buying it day one, and I cannot wait to finally play games in 4K on a console. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's get into the games now. They showed off 44 games in total during this whole conference. So obviously I'm not going to go over every single one because a lot of them I'm not interested in. They're not my type of game. A lot of them are small indie game developers, and I'm just not into those. So let's start off with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Holy crap, when that was announced, I'm like, no way did they get that on the Xbox. They got it exclusive, and it turns out it's a timed exclusive, so basically it's gonna be coming out for PS4 later, but they haven't even announced it yet. But I thought it was amazing that Microsoft was able to get Battlegrounds to come to Xbox first. That's really gonna help Xbox out because Battlegrounds, if you don't know, is a very, very popular game. It has 3 million players on Steam as of right now. 3 million. It's a very popular game. It's a very popular streaming game, and for it to be coming to consoles, I was really hoping for it because I've been wanting to buy it on PC, but I don't like using keyboard and mouse. I prefer a controller. Call me a noob, I don't care. It doesn't matter what people play with. Some people prefer mouse and keyboard, some people prefer a controller. I prefer sitting back in my chair and being able to relax and not be close to the screen and just, you know, hold a controller. That's my preference. Anyways, I'm really excited that it's coming to console now, so I don't have to, because I've heard that you can actually use a controller on the PC version, but you have to download a software to map your buttons, and you have to use it as a hybrid because you do have to use a mouse for your inventory, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I'm really excited that it's coming out for the console finally, and it is coming out later this year for Xbox One and Xbox One X, and I think from what I'm reading online, it's saying that the final version with Xbox One X enhancements, basically bumped to 4K, will be released later in 2018 sometime. And then moving on to the next game that I found very intriguing is Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh man. Okay, for a little background, I only played the first couple Assassin's Creed, and then I stopped because the games kept getting really repetitive. They didn't change much, and the games were just really repetitive because they were coming out each year, and I didn't even have time to finish them as they released, to be honest. So I just kind of gave up on the series, but I'm glad that they finally took a 2-year break, and they're bringing it all the way back to the original where the Brotherhood started in Egypt. I think it's going to be really fun. The game looks phenomenal, and they have a leveling up system now. It seems that you can collect weapons from your enemies now, and it looks amazing. I cannot wait for it to come out. I'm gonna buy it. So EA's and BioWare's new IP, Anthem, looks incredible. It basically is the new Destiny, and I never tried Destiny. Well, I tried the beta, didn't really care for it, and I'm really excited that someone else is trying to put a Destiny style game out there with different features. The game looks amazing visually. So it looks like there's a massive open world, and basically you go out with your friends with these exosuits that you can upgrade that includes weapons and whatnot, and you basically explore this massive world with your friends and collect treasure and kill enemies and level up, and it seems my type of game. I know Destiny is kind of like that, but this game seems more to my taste, and they're claiming it's going to be released in the fiscal year of 2019, which could be anywhere between April 1st, 2018 to March 31st, 2019. So we still got a while for that game, but it looks very promising, and I can't wait to see more of it. And people are saying a Destiny killer is on the way, and it's very possible. It does look really fun, so we'll have to wait and see. Anthem is not a Xbox exclusive. I thought it was. They were kind of advertising as it was, but it's not. They decided to show it off at Microsoft's stage, but it is also coming out on PS4 and PC as well when it releases. So that's kind of unfortunate for Microsoft. I was hoping they would get an exclusive game like that, but it turns out it's not. And Microsoft started their show off with Forza 7, which I thought was kind of weird because they said, you know, let's see what this monster can do, which was amazing for them to say. I thought that was really cool of them to say.
Let's see what this monster can do.
But they showed a racing game, which the graphics, oh man, if you're not a Forza fan and you don't know the difference between Forza 6 and Forza 7 when it comes to visuals, it is like night and day to me, because I'm a huge fan of Forza. I'm obsessed with the series, huge racing fan. And the visuals, literally, like I said in my previous video, that Forza 7 was going to look photorealistic. It does. In fact, it does. Especially when they started showing gameplay and the mountains in the background. Oh man, they look literally like pictures, like real video capture. I'm really excited to see the new racing mechanics, and because they said they're focusing on humans in this game, so they're really trying to implement human behavior when it comes to the computer racers on the career mode, and basically improving the way cars handle as well to make it more realistic. And that's as expected. Each game the cars feel more and more and more realistic, so I'm really excited to try it out. The game looks amazing. I just don't think it was a game they should have shown at first to demonstrate the Xbox One X graphical power, but like I said, the game does look amazing and I cannot wait for it. So moving on to the next game that I'm really excited about that they announced is Metro Exodus. This game, I never played the original Metro. When watching this, I had no clue what to expect at all. And the game, this was the most visually impressive game at the show. It seems like an open world RPG style game where you kind of explore the world, scavenge, and kind of play as a role as a character of some sort, first person shooter. So what they showed was the most impressive game I've seen when it comes to visuals to date. I can't wait for the game. It looks so fun. It reminded me of like Skyrim and Fallout together. Metro Exodus is not a Xbox exclusive, so that's a bummer as well. I really wish Microsoft would have had more exclusive IPs or AAA games, but Metro Exodus is coming to PC as well. No mention of PS4 yet, but I'm pretty sure it will, and it's releasing in next year sometime in 2018. So we got that to look forward to. Game looks phenomenal. Another thing that they announced that I'm really excited for, a lot of you might not be, but I'm a huge Minecraft fan, always have been, and it's pretty cool that they're doing crossplay now. So if you're playing Minecraft on Switch, PC, or Xbox, you can now play with everyone from any platform, which is really cool. And what really impressed me is the super duper graphics pack coming out later this year, where it basically gives Minecraft 4K visuals with god rays and reflections and shadows. Like, I was so impressed because it's Minecraft, you know. I've always wanted these type of graphics in Minecraft, and now they are finally able to do it with the Xbox One X, and it looks amazing. Like, what? Reflections in water in Minecraft? It looks so cool. And I have this huge castle I've been working on for like 3 years on Xbox One's Minecraft version, but I haven't been able to get to it because it's on the cloud through Xbox. So when I get my Xbox One X, I can finally access the world I've been building for 3 years, and put this graphics pack on it, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like. And the last game that I'm really excited to try out is Sea of Thieves. They've been talking about this for a few years now, and they teased it last year at E3, and I've always been intrigued by it, but I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty fun. And now they finally showed us gameplay at Microsoft's E3, and it looks really fun. You basically are pirates, and it's basically a MMO of some sort where you play with your friends in this world of islands and ocean, and you're on a boat and you just basically scavenge with your friends for treasure with other pirates, other players trying to steal your treasure. I need to see more of the game before I'm totally sold on it, because it looks fun. You know, the game mechanic where you explore and find things, I love that, but they didn't really show what's inside the treasure chests. So I kind of want to know the motive of finding the treasure and what it does for your team or your character. I want to see, you know, what do you have a leveling up system? Is there more weapons than just the one pistol they showed in the gameplay? There's a lot of questions I still have on it to be sold on the game, but nonetheless, it does look really fun to play, and I can't wait to see more of it. And that's planned to release in early 2018. Another cool thing Microsoft announced at their E3 was they are finally bringing original Xbox games to the Xbox Store. So we'll be able to buy original Xbox games and download them on our Xbox One S or X and play them just like we have been with the Xbox 360 backward compatible games. So that's really exciting, especially for people that have been wanting that for years, and Phil Spencer is finally bringing it to the store later this year, so we got that to look forward to. So that's basically everything I found interesting at Microsoft's E3 this year. If I would have to give it a score 1 out of 10, I would give it a solid 7. It wasn't as good as I expected with them having a new console out. I thought they would have more exclusive games, but overall they did show a lot of games. They showed, like I said, they showed 44, which is I think the most we've ever seen at any E3 before. They really jam-packed that in with games, but a lot of those games, like I said, did not interest me, and a lot of people as well. I don't know. I don't think the Xbox One X is gonna sell as well as they want it to, because the way they are marketing it is basically, like I said, a premium version of Xbox One S, and people are really going to get mixed up with the S and the X. And at $500, I was really hoping for $400, but I was expecting $500, so I wasn't, you know, blown away by that price. It is a fair price, but I was hoping Microsoft was willing to take a hit at $400 so that it was competitive with the PlayStation 4 Pro, which is probably going to get a price drop at Sony's E3. And even if it doesn't, Sony doesn't even have to do a price drop now, since the Xbox One X is $500. So their system is already $100 less than the Xbox One X, so Sony doesn't even have to do anything at this point. So that's why I was hoping Microsoft, you know, would put some pressure on Sony with their console so that Sony had to lower their price, but Microsoft didn't do it. It kind of seems that they're not trying to be that competitive with the PlayStation 4 Pro, even though the Xbox One X is more powerful than it. I'm just saying Microsoft could have marketed this better. $400 would have sold the system way more than $500. I'm sure it's gonna sell, but it's not gonna sell like off the shelves or anything, I don't think, because it is an option. It's basically, like I said, a premium package of Xbox One S for those people that want the best of the best console of Xbox One. Yeah, I give the conference a 7. They could have done a lot better, but it is what it is. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, you know, it was much better than the Xbox One when it first got announced. I think Phil Spencer did a good job for what he had. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to Xbox One X. I'm buying it day one, and I'm really excited to get back at console gaming. So that's basically all the highlights from their E3, in case you missed it. If you want to watch the whole show, you're more than welcome to. It's on Xbox's YouTube channel, the full conference. So if you're interested in watching the whole show, it is up on our YouTube channel. Ubisoft's and Sony's E3 will be today. I will be making videos to cover those conferences as well later this week, so look forward to that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. It really helps me out a lot. And make sure to subscribe here at Rajan Productions for more coverage on E3 and all things gaming as well. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next video.